Hello Pisces, welcome to your read. Hope you are all well. Thank you for tuning in. It is Tuesday the 3rd of March 2026. I'm going to do you guys a relationship love tarot reading for those of you who are in a relationship, in a significant connection. For those, please take what resonates, leave what does not. For those of you who are not in a relationship or a significant connection and you are single, this reading is not for you, but I will do some singles readings. But for now, this is a relationship love tarot reading for the sign of Pisces. So Pisces, I'm going to pull a card for your feelings, your person's feelings, the connection itself, challenges and obstacles within the connection, and the potential outcome and advice. So, your feelings, Pisces. Your feelings for your person in the connection. These cards are being a bit yeehaw. So, what are Pisces' feelings for their person? What is Pisces feeling for their person and the connection at the moment? What is Pisces feeling for their person? Two of Wands for your feelings, Pisces. Perhaps trying to find some balance, making a decision. Decision about the future, about progression, about growth. Trying to find some balance, perhaps, about something. Let's not go too far until we pull some more cards. So, what about the person, your partner, your person you are connected to in love, relationship? What is your person feeling, Pisces? One moment. Sorry about that. Right, so your person, Pisces, that you are dealing with in love, in this relationship, in this connection. What is your person feeling? Queen of Cups. So your person is feeling emotionally stable, grounded, loving, at peace, in harmony with their heart, with their feelings. But the Queen of Cups, she is very loving, very nurturing, very motherly, all about love and emotion, but she keeps her feelings somewhat close to her chest. She keeps a lid on her feelings to a certain extent. She remains very balanced, very, balanced with her feelings. She doesn't get carried away with them. She's loving, but she's not overly emotional, okay? She's very much contained with her feelings. So this could be the energy of your person at the moment. Now let's have a look at the connection itself. What is the energy of the connection with your person? What is the energy of the connection between Pisces and their person? Ace of Swords. So some sort of breakthrough or clarity, mental clarity, truth, wisdom, a new idea, a new thought, a new perspective, perhaps, about something. And challenges and obstacles within the connection. What are any challenges or obstacles within the connection at the moment, or in general, between Pisces and the person they are dealing with in love, in relationship, in connection? What are any challenges or obstacles? Ten of Cups. So there are no challenges or obstacles. Everyone's happy. You're both happy, content with each other, content with the connection. Happy, content, satisfied, feeling joy, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment with each other. Happy, harmonious, a good place to be. Okay, potential outcome and advice. Okay, I'm not going to take those because there's too many. Potential outcome and advice for the connection. Potential outcome and advice for the connection. Potential outcome and advice. The Eight of Wands in reverse. So that's some sort of delay or miscommunication, lack of movement, lack of progress. That's a little bit contradictory to let's clarify. I'm not going to say too much until I start clarifying, but I've got a little hint at what this might be, but I will not assume until I have started to clarify. So let's go straight to that Eight of Wands in the possible outcome and advice. Why is the Eight of Wands here in reverse for the possible outcome and advice for the connection relationship between Pisces and their person? Why is the Eight of Wands here in the reverse for the outcome and advice? The King of Wands. There's a plan here. There's a direction here that's coming up for you, Pisces. You're thinking about something. You're kind of mulling something over here. I don't know if you're letting your person know that, but you're making a plan, or you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about progress in some way, and you feel like something is delayed. Okay, so let's go to your feelings. The Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here for your feelings, Pisces? Why is the Two of Wands here for Pisces' feelings towards their person, the connection, the relationship? Why is the Two of Wands here? Okay. Six of Wands in reverse. All right, Pisces, there's a lack, you're feeling a lack of success or a lack of achievement or a lack of recognition. Somewhere here, there's a happy front being put on something. There's a energy of a false happy front, maybe. But there's something here for you, Pisces, that you're not completely happy about. Or there's some sort of lack. You're wanting more. You're maybe feeling a lack of success or a lack of recognition here. I mean, your person there is in the Queen of Cups energy, so perhaps you are feeling like they are not showing enough of that emotion. Like I said, the Queen of Cups keeps a lid on her emotions to some extent. So perhaps you're wanting your person to show a little bit more emotion. but let's not assume. Let's keep clarifying. Your person's feelings, the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for Pisces person and their feelings? Why is Pisces person feelings? Why is the Queen of Cups here for Pisces person's feelings? That's a mouthful. Why is the Queen of Cups here for the person that Pisces is dealing with and their feelings? Why is the Queen of Cups here? Seven of Cups. So your person is a little bit confused. Perhaps that's why they're keeping, I'm just going to take my jumper off. Perhaps that's why they're keeping a lid on some of their feelings. They're not kind of letting you know exactly how they're feeling because they themselves don't really know fully how they're feeling. Perhaps they have some decisions to make of some variety. Is your person blowing a bit hot and cold with you? Are they being a bit sort of forward then backwards, a bit unsure of their feelings? Not really saying too much, and perhaps you would like a little bit more forthcoming energy with emotions, feelings, love and all that kind of thing. So for the connection, Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here for the connection? Why is the Ace of Swords here for the connection? The High Priestess in reverse. Someone is ignoring something that their gut is trying to tell them, or they are repressing. They're repressing something. They're ignoring something, repressing their feelings, what their intuition is telling them, what their gut is telling them. Someone here has clarity, but someone is ignoring it. Someone here has a truth, but they are ignoring it, or they are repressing it. Pisces, are you feeling this lack of recognition, lack of progress, Six of Wands in reverse energy, and you're not telling you're kind of putting a happy front face on it, but you're not telling your partner how you're really feeling? Challenges and obstacles. We've got the Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups here for challenges and obstacles in this connection for Pisces and their person? The Ten of Cups. Why is it here? Why is it a challenge or an obstacle? Why is the Ten of Cups here? Page of Swords in reverse. You want to know if your person is truly happy or not, and they're not telling you. Yeah, I'm getting a real, is this a happy ending? Are we really happy? Are you really happy? Is this a happy ever after? Communication isn't great, or some sort of promise, or something has been broken, or something just isn't right here. Potential outcome and advice. King of Wands. Why is it here? Why is the King of Wands here for Pisces and their person in the potential outcome and advice? Why is the King of Wands here? Justice in reverse. So this could be a relationship, Pisces, but it might not be a long term, or it might not be I don't know what stage you're at in your relationship, your connection, but perhaps this is a relationship, yes, but it hasn't moved to that commitment stage. Maybe you're living separately, or you've only been dating a year, or you've been not dating but together a year or a couple of years, or been chugging along, and maybe you are waiting for it to go towards a Ten of Cups, a happy ending, a commitment, a marriage, something solid, the ultimate happy ending, And I don't feel that, I don't think you're there yet. And I don't think your person is being very clear with you about whether that is where this is heading. And you're getting a bit shifty about the lack of progress, or the lack of movement, momentum, or lack of communication or honest conversation about this. You're wanting to make plans, you're wanting to progress, you're wanting this to progress, or you're wanting this to progress forward to something a bit more long term, not more long term, but something more solid, committed, together. And Justice in reverse, you feel there's a bit of unfairness here. You're feeling something is unfair here. Perhaps your person has mentioned that they wanted it to progress to a more committed relationship, or a happy ever after, or a Ten of Cups, the ultimate happiness, joy, marriage, togetherness, union. But maybe they've said that that's what they wanted, but they're kind of, now it's sort of chugging along to that point. They're kind of pulling back a bit, or they're confused, or they're not sure how they feel. And you feel like it's a little bit unfair. You're feeling a lack of recognition, a lack of appreciation. Someone's not wanting to make this official, I'm getting. All right. So I'm going to stay with this deck. So the Seven, your person's feelings, the Seven of Cups. Why is the Seven of Cups here for your person's feelings? Why is the Seven of Cups here for your person's feelings? Why is the Seven of Cups here for your person's feelings? Page of Pentacles. So yeah, more kind of they're very unsure, your person. They're in Page, confusing, Queen of Cups, kind of unsure, hot and cold. They're confused. They're in Page energy, very unsure, but wanting something, but not really. Yeah, kind of want stability, but not really sure how, when, how, very, there's that unsure kind of, not quite committed, or there's no plan in place, or there's no timing in place. And your energy, Pisces, Six of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. Why is the Six of Wands here in reverse for Pisces, and how they're feeling? Why is the Six of Wands here in reverse? Knight of Cups in reverse. You feel your person is not giving you what you thought they would. They're not being stable, they're not being reliable, they're not being committed, they're being wishy-washy, they're not being solid. Can't say it any more clearer than what I see. And there's that. All right, let's go to this one, the connection, the High Priestess in reverse, because that's where my finger just went. High Priestess in reverse for the connection. Why is it here for Pisces and the connection that they're in with their person? Why is the High Priestess here in reverse for the connection? I'll go one from the bottom and I'm going to go one from the top. Ten of Pentacles and Judgment in reverse. There's a very stuck energy here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Cups is ultimate happiness, happy ever after. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate instability, solid. Ten of Cups, solid emotion, solid emotional fulfillment. And then there's Judgment in reverse. So there's a decision here that's not being made, and your person is not really letting you know one way or the other. And there's the High Priestess in reverse. So someone knows the truth here. Someone knows the truth. Someone knows what their gut's telling them, but they're not listening, or they're choosing to look away from it. There's the offering of the truth, the Ace of Swords in the upright position. And clarity, truth is being offered, but someone's turning away from it. They're not wanting to see it, not wanting to acknowledge it. So, challenges and obstacles. Page of Swords in reverse. Why is the Page of Swords here in reverse for the challenges and obstacles? Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Stuck, blocked, stagnated, not progressing, not moving forward. Potential outcome and advice, Justice in reverse. Why is it here? Why is Justice in reverse here for the potential outcome and advice? Why is Justice here in reverse for the potential outcome and advice? Yeah. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, but I'm being called to do it, so I'm doing it. I don't know why I needed to make all those equal. Sorry. All right. 5, 5, 5 and 5. The Lovers in reverse. For the rest of your cards on your feelings, Pisces, we've got the Fool in the reverse and the Ten of Wands. For your person's feelings and their final cards that I just pulled, we have the Chariot in reverse and the Ten of Swords in the upright. For the connections, final cards that I just pulled there, Two of Pentacles. For the challenges and obstacles, for the final cards, we have the Queen of Cups. Again, Six of Pentacles in reverse. outcome and advice. The Lovers in reverse, Four of Pentacles. Your person's feeling, well, yeah, very stuck, very unsure, and betrayed by something. Or betrayed by you, or betrayed by something. I don't know what they're betrayed by, but they feel betrayed, at a loss. You have the Ten of Wands, lots of tens here, Pisces. Tens talk of completion, cycles that are ending, cycles that are beginning, but endings that need to take place. Overload, success, burden, fullness, collapse, cycles, beginnings and endings. So something needs to change here, obviously. You're feeling, you're questioning, lack of recognition, lack of victory, success, feeling like your person's not committing, not committed, not consistent, not solid. You're feeling overwhelmed, burdened, you feel like it's a weight. And the Fool in reverse, you're doubting this beginning, this commitment. You're doubting that this is going to happen because your person's keeping their feelings to themselves. They're confused. They're not sure of the stability of this connection, relationship. There's no direction. They're sort of all over the place with no real momentum forward. And they feel betrayed by something here. Whether that's you or something else, I don't know. For the connection, there is some sort of truth, clarity here. That you or someone here is ignoring the truth that is staring them right in the face. Ten of Pentacles, well, the ultimate stability, but that doesn't seem to be happening because someone is not making a judgment call. They're not coming to some sort of spiritual awakening. They're not coming to some sort of decision that they need to make, some change that they need to make. They're just not, maybe that's your person and they're High Priestess in reverse. They know what they need to do. They're just not doing it. Ten of Cups, Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Yep, no progression. Six of Pentacles in reverse, challenges and obstacles, lack of equal give and take, lack of effort being made. I feel like you feel that's your person there, Pisces. They're not making the effort. They're keeping things stuck. They're not giving you back what you're giving to them in effort, in love, in emotions, in whatever it is. And the Queen of Cups, again. Your person's very closed off. I'm not going to point a finger and say they are, but there is an energy of heavy emotional avoidance here. And challenges, potential outcome and advice. Eight of Wands in reverse, King of Wands. Lack of progress, lack of communication, lack of action. And needing to make a decision in order to move forward. Because something here is very unfair. There's a very small amount of stability here. But it needs to become that Ten of Pentacles. But it's evidently not. The Lovers in reverse. There's a choice that needs to be made here. There's a decision that needs to be made for you, for them, together, about this connection, about where it's going, whether you belong in each other's lives or not, whether this is going to turn into a happy ever after and a Ten of Pentacles or not. And yeah, a change needs to be made. A transition needs to happen. A cycle needs to end or needs to begin, but a change and a transition needs to happen before something can move on, progress, move forward. And until that happens, this is going to stay stuck. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hope this helped. Hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up or leave a comment if you would like. If you would like more readings from me, please subscribe to the channel for notifications of when I upload readings. And yeah, Good luck, best wishes, lots of love. Until next time, bye bye.